Hello, beautiful Aries, and welcome to your October general guidance with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, my beautiful people, this is good for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watching, all that good stuff. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. And welcome to my new abode, my new office. I love it. It's a very different energy. It feels so much better. All right, Aries, what do we have? What are the key themes for October for my lovely Aries? Okay, we want that one. A change in the wind, okay? Everybody is having a significant shift. October seems to be a very powerful month. And we have In Between Worlds and Message in a Bottle. Okay. All right, let's get an animal oracle as well. And then let's chat. Just pulling these oracle cards. That was the wisdom of the oracle. This is the animal oracle. And then we're going to bring the camera down and add in the tarot. Okay. All right. Rhino spirit. Overcome any obstacle. Okay. So a change in the wind. Aries, you are in, it's number 12. That's a 3. 3 is a growth, expansion. All of us, every single sign has had very significant sort of shifts forward for the better. All right, so whatever change is coming in, this is a good change. This is helpful, all right? We have this change in the wind. Now, right now, you're in this in-between energy. Number 3, again, you see it's all about this growth, this stretching us, this expanding us. And sometimes it can be a bit of an uncomfortable stretch, and other times it's like, let me just dive in there and get on with it. But you see with the change in the Between Worlds card, that the back end of this flamingo is in the black and white and the clouds, and it's kind of a bit there. But the front end is all colourful and beautiful and blue skies and brightness. I'm moving from where I was to where I want to be. Now, there are messages all around you. Message in a bottle. This is a number 15, which is a 6. Excuse me, it's early in the morning. I haven't started speaking yet, so my voice needs to warm up a little bit. Message in a bottle. So, listen to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to the little nudges, the little inner voice, the little feelings that you get to pull back or pull towards something. Notice if you are drawn to a particular video or book or conversation, because there may well be a message there for you to help you with this moving forward. Now, whenever we make changes, we do find that there are very often obstacles along the way, okay? Like, if you move in home, there's lots of obstacles with everything falling into place, but it generally does. And this is saying, look, whatever obstacles are there in this shift and change for you, you can absolutely overcome them. You have the strength. Number 50. All right, 5s are about change. And sometimes the change, as I said, can be a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit of tension in the change. But they're just showing me a lovely image here. I'm seeing an archer pulling back the bow. Now, it's only in the tension in that bow that when you let go, that arrow can shoot far and wide and clear. If there isn't any tension, it just sort of plops in front of you and it doesn't go where it needs to go. So that tension is a very helpful thing, okay? Let's bring the camera down and have a look at this in a bit more detail. Let's bring these over. Okay, alrighty, so let's add in the tarot. We've got a bit of glare there, sorry, okay. I'm still trying to work out the lighting in my new office, but we're more or less there. All right, we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Tell me, okay, and we want that one as well, about my Aries, please. We've got the Palace of Wands, the Hermit. I think I want 5, yeah, okay. The Wheel of Fortune. The 9 of Coins. Oh, this is nice. And I'm just going to pop that on the end. They said they wanted 5. There's the Strength card underneath the Rhino. All right, let's get the other row out. This is the Moon and Stars Tarot. New deck. My daughter bought it for me for my birthday. And I'm enjoying using them. There's a lovely feel to these cards. All right, we want that one. We've got the High Priestess. The 4 of Wands. For some of you, this is a home. The Lovers, The Knight of Wands. Now shuffle again, the same. And the Nine of Pentacles again. All right, you've got the Nine of Pentacles twice. This is lovely. This is very good indeed. Let's squidge up. Okie dokie. Oh, squidge up a bit. You can't quite see the bottom. Sorry, hang on. Let me just get sorted. There we go. All right. Okay, that's better. All right, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards out of 10. Major arcana cards means that this shift, this change in the wind is a significant, important, big thing. All right, we have lots of day-to-day changes all of the time, but it's the big shifts and changes that really have the growth. Okay, so this would be something significant like a new home, a new job, a new relationship. This would be something significant like it could be a holiday. And through the holiday, it expands you in terms of new experiences, of new cultures and new ways of being and doing. And so it doesn't have to be, a huge thing like moving home, but it is very significant to your growth and to you shifting forward, Aries. So let's have a look at this then. So this change in the wind, as I said there, number 12. Change in the wind. We have a change of direction. Something is moving you into a different place. Now, the desire within you to shift forward, very strongly coming from within with the High Priestess. So listen to that intuition. You've got the High Priestess and Message in a Bottle. And both of these are talking about the messages coming at you or from inside you coming up. We want to listen to them. Now, the Palace of Wands does represent a place, a physical place, and very often it is about home. But it could be the place that you work. You may work at home or you work in an office. The company you work for may be relocating their offices. There is a shift here. For those of you not working, this can be a shift in the home. You might be expanding. Quite a few people have had this, like, I'm going to put an extension on, or I'm just going to move the room around. Just a simple thing like moving the sofas to different, moving the couches around, you may move one room to another, make the dining room the living room. It shifts up the energy. It can be absolutely a new home for some of you. They're showing me a, what do we call it? We call it over here a camper van. You would call it a trailer, like a big caravan placey thingy with an engine that you can drive, that you can go. Different countries call it different things. And that can be your home. They're showing me for somebody, saying, I'm going to go and travel in my camper van, and I'm going to experience different things. There's all sorts of different messages here, depending on how it resonates for you and your own personal circumstances. But we definitely have a change here. And it's being led by your higher self, your inner being, the High Priestess there. And yes, she also represents what's unseen, what's unknown, and often secrets. But with this, I just feel like what this means for you, Aries, is that you don't have all the details and all the answers right now, but they will come. Those messages will come through because you are moving. Let me show you this card from where you were in the black and white. That's done. The colour's gone out of it. It's kind of finished. Sometimes they're showing me a sweet that you can suck and suck and suck until there's no more flavour left in it. Or a chewing gum, you chew and chew and chew till there's no more flavour in it. That's kind of the thing that they're showing me. And they're saying, look, whatever part of life this has been, it was colourful once, but you've outgrown it, and now there's no flavour left in it, and it's time to move on. Now we have the Hermit. This is a Virgo card. This is all about going within, going into your inner being and really figuring it out. What's important for me? What do I want? What feels right for me? It's also a card of sometimes needing to spend a bit of alone time, that we can just get overwhelmed by the noise of life and the distractions of life, and by just stepping back, take yourself like he is there on a mountain with his little lantern, sort of just being by himself for a little while so that he can figure out what he wants. Now, it's rooted down by the Four of Swords, which is the card of home and new homes. It's also the card of marriage and improvements, upgrades, promotions, things up, improving. Okay, so the Four of Wands is a celebration card, as it says there on on the card at the bottom. All right, it's a celebration, it's a positive energy. It's showing you that those four wands are now in place, so whatever you're building on this is going to grow very well, very nicely, be very stable, very secure. So a very positive shift and change here of where you were and where you're going, and those messages wanting to come in and around you to help you. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Lovers. So the Wheel of Fortune is signifying that this is fated, destined, meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. So any doubts that you have in your mind about, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here, it is meant to be. It's the right time. So two cards of change, and the Wheel of Fortune, which signifies a new turn of the wheel. The karmic wheel is moving now. The Lovers is about, I need to make a decision. This could be to do with your significant relationship, your romantic relationships. Indeed, you could be getting married, engaged. This is a very good month for love for those of you single, if you want to jump into that. But it also signifies making a decision. And with that message in a bottle and between worlds, it feels as if you're going to be getting some information, some news, some aha moments, and that is going to spur you to make the change and make that decision to say, yes, I'm ready to make that change and to step into more abundance. We've got the beautiful Nine of Coins here twice. All right, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Coins, same thing. All right, we've got it here twice. Now this is mini Empress energy, and Venus is very strongly coming forward over the next couple of weeks. The first around about the 8th, 9th of October. Venus is about money and things that you love, and beautifying and doing things up and making things better. And it also signifies good money, having enough, having more than enough. So the money is moving towards you, or you towards it. You're a match, okay? You're vibrationally aligned with it. It's also a card of fierce independence, as is the Hermit. Doesn't have to mean that you're alone. She often is single. She's looking after herself. But she doesn't have to be single. What it signifies is, I don't need anybody. I can have a relationship, but I don't need it. I can provide for myself financially, emotionally, all my needs I can take care of. I'm hearing this sort of Beyonce song coming into my head now, you know, that the ring, I bought it, this, I bought it, I can do it, I depend on me. It's that kind of energy. It doesn't mean that you push other people away. It just means that you are totally in your own space, being able to do what feels right for you. Now we have the Knight of Wands underneath it. The word on the card is immaturity. Yeah, it's kind of within a certain thing. I never tend to go with what the words say. I don't really even read the books. I go with what feels intuitively right for me. The Knights are a younger energy, but they, to me, symbolize, if I can get my word out, action. All right. Now, they're just emphasizing that struggle I had with that word, symbolize. Look at the symbols. You might be seeing some sacred geometry. You might be seeing some symbols this week or this month. This is for October. The Knight of Wands is an action card. Action in your power, your passion, what feels good for me. Yes, it can be a bit of a rushed energy, which is why we have the immaturity. But allow that passion, because it drives you. It can drive you from that black and white to the colour. It's that just allowing that energy within you to come up. And any obstacles in the way, you have the strength. All right, let's say you are wanting to move home or move job, and there just seems to be obstacle after obstacle. Just trust that you have the strength to overcome the parts of the obstacle that you can do, because a lot of the things are out of our control. So just trusting, all right, you have the strength and you are moving towards this Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, the first card, the change in the wind, and the last card, the Nine of Pentacles. I'm moving towards greater abundance, and I'm listening to my intuition. I'm making the decisions as I get the information, and I'm driving myself forward, which feels really good. Let's find out some more. This is the Tarot Royale. Let's find out some more for my Aries, please. These readings are coming through a little longer than I usually do. And the reason, by the way, that I've done 2 lots of water signs before I did my fire signs, that was a mistake. I do make them occasionally. I did laugh. I thought, oh yeah, I've only got the water signs left to do. Off I went, did them. As I was uploading them, I thought, hang on, they're already there from 2 days ago. And I thought, oh, well, crap, it was supposed to be the fire signs I was doing today. Oh, well, nothing's ever wasted. Obviously, water signs needed something more. So I uploaded them anyway and called it a bonus. But that's why, when there's a few comments there today saying, how come water signs have had 2? We haven't had 1. It was a mistake. So here I am ready for you. All right. So Page of Pentacles. Opportunities opening up for greater money. All right, here's the money. Those opportunities are coming with that change in the wind. And beautiful with the Hierophant. This is going to be lasting and secure and stable and go all the way. He also signifies contracts, stability, very Saturn energy, very stable and very grounded, very earth. This is Taurus energy. So you are moving into a much more stable time, and we all like that. Now, in terms of making this decision, come from the place of truth. There's the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Truth as I call her. Be clear, be focused, listen to those messages in a bottle and allow yourself then to take appropriate action. She's using that sword. We've got the obstacles and the strength here all around these messages. She's using that sword to cut through illusion, confusion, obstacles, anything in her way. I'm off. I'm doing my thing. I'm moving towards. So you have this strength, this clarity, this focus, which is really important. Very good. Very good indeed. Now, the King of Wands. Lovely. So we've got the Knight of Wands, as I said, can be a little bit of a rushed energy, whereas the King of Wands is more measured. He is the entrepreneur, the business person, that he makes the decisions. He makes things happen. This can be fabulous for my Aries that are self-employed, shifting things around into something new. He is very dynamic and go-getting. All right, I've just got an itchy ear and I'm just asking, what's this? I need to make sure I'm listening, I'm hearing, because sometimes we hear but don't listen and listen but don't hear. Make sure that you are listening for the signs, the intuition coming from up from the high priestess there, your inner knowledge coming up so that you can drive this forward. Nine of Swords. Okay, so there might be a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of sleepless nights, a little bit of disruption. We often do have disruption when we've got that change in the wind coming in. Particularly you'll notice if you're moving house. I never sleep well once I start packing up my boxes and disassembling my house, and then again the first few days in a new home, don't sleep very well. It takes a little while to resettle, to reground, to feel anchored again. So whether this is a new job, a new home, a shift and change, excuse me, let me just get some water, I've gone croaky. Thank you. All right. It doesn't have to be anxiety. It can simply be not sleeping very well. But it can also be a bit of that anticipation, anxious energy about these changes. That's perfectly normal. Don't beat yourself up and don't think, oh, I shouldn't be anxious about this. It's allowed. Just allow it. Okay, it'll pass through. Let's find out some more. Seven of Cups. All right, that's why the Lovers is there with making a decision. So the Seven of Cups wants to come in, which means that there's more than one option. It's very easy to make a decision when there's one option on the table. But when there's several, it's like, ooh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know which one to choose. So a decision will come in. Now, to help you make this decision, you're going to be using that Queen of Swords energy. This is the clarity, the focus, removing emotions from it, really, and kind of saying, right, let's just, is it practical? Is it grounding? Is it lasting? Is it secure? Is it taking me to my abundance? And as you look at all of that from a logical place, then you're able to make your decision. But drop into the heart in order to make it. When we talk about making a decision with the Lovers, it's talking about making a decision heart over head or head over heart. And the Lovers is always heart first. Go with what does the heart say, all right? Now, this is very strong for my Aries who are single and open for love because of the options, the opportunities, the stability. This is a very good month for you, for love, if you are open to it. Anything else I want to say on this? No? All right, I want to look at some obstacles because we've got the obstacles and the strengths. So what are the potential obstacles for my Aries, please? What are the potential obstacles during October? Okay, the Ace of Coins, the strength, and the King of Coins. All right, so this makes sense. These are all very positive cards, but we're looking at what are the potential obstacles for my Aries here. All right, so the Ace of Coins being an obstacle is, am I ready for this new beginning? Will it be enough money? Will it be okay? There's definitely a new beginning here. Some of you may be changing your investments, you may be starting a new job, you may be selling things off. Will it be okay? Will it be okay? Just trust, all right? We can look at this is new money and it's in the obstacle position. So that's going to signify, oh, I don't know if I'm quite ready, give me a bit more time, or I'm a bit worried about it. The strength card being in the obstacle as well is saying, I don't know if I have the strength to overcome this. Now, when we're looking at obstacles, let's give you an example here of patience. Patience is a virtue, as they say, that many of us haven't quite mastered. I certainly haven't. I find it very difficult to be waiting. And so, have I got the strength to be as patient as I need? Have I got the strength to trust that it's all going to come good? So, yes, you have, but recognize it's in the obstacle position with the King of Coins. Now, this is wonderful. The King of Coins is serious money here, serious money instability. And that can, for many people, can panic you. If you go for a job that's twice your salary, it on the surface can look, fantastic. But then you can kind of go into imposter syndrome. Am I ready? Can I, will I be able to do it? If I'm being paid that much money, I've got to be that much better. And we can kind of go into a bit of a panic about it. So those are the potential obstacles for you, Aries. Now, let's look at the potential help. What is the positives then? The help and advice. Well, it's all help and advice, but what's the positives then on this? We've seen what the obstacles are. Okay. This is the Lenormand deck, by the way. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is the positive. We've got the whip and the broom. We've got the mountains. And, these came out, the same ones came out for somebody else, but I can't recall who. Okay. So interesting. And they came out exactly the same way. These same three. This is so weird. I can't recall who it was. So Aries, I went to correct this for the other sign that this came out for because I don't read reversals, and Spirit told me to leave it as it is, and they're doing the same with you. So this is the positives. So all three of these cards can appear to be negative, but this is what's in the helpful position. So the broom, you see it's a number 11. The whip and the broom is to whip something into shape and clear out, brush it out what we don't need. Number 11 is a master number, so you are in your mastery. When we have this between worlds and a change in the wind, we are in this shift and change. And what we're moving towards, we need to create space for that to come in, which means we need to let go of other things to create the space. So if we're moving, we generally don't keep the old house. We let it go and move into a new house. Same with the job. So what needs to go? This is going to be very helpful for you. You're going to find, this is the positive stuff, so you're going to find it very easy to let go of what needs to go. And the mountains represents obstacles, which we've got here sort of 2-3 times with the strength card. We've got the rhino spirit. They're saying, look, the obstacles, we will show you a way to navigate through. We've got the message in a bottle. We've got the high priestess. So spirit's going to help you here to be able to navigate through the obstacles and to enjoy the journey of it. All right. So it's going to be okay. And we have this is the cross. This represents grief. Okay. And it's coming upside down, which is saying the grief, the struggle, the heartache is done. It's finished. It's over. You're navigating your way to a new beginning here. And it's all going to be absolutely fine. This is a very exciting month for you. I haven't finished yet, so don't go anywhere. And we're going to have some angel cards in a moment. But I just want to really emphasize what we have here. Significant change that is more stable, that is more financially secure, that is building and growing you in your resilience and strength, that it is taking you to something far better. It is a completion and a closure of what has been done and dusted. The flavour has gone, and it's time for us to come into the colour and the beauty of life. So Aries, this is looking really good for you. All right. So let's have a final message from the angels, please. Final message from the angels for my Aries. You want that one? Positive intention and application. All right. So this shift and change is not going to take place without you applying yourself to it. You are an active participant in this co-creation of shift and change to something better. You're applying yourself. That is the book of knowledge, which is saying you have the knowledge that you need to do this. And out of that knowledge, this is the tree of life that you are creating and growing your branches in a new place. But important to be positive about it. All right. If we look at something saying it's going to be a nightmare, it's going to be so difficult and challenging, then that's what we're going to create. We don't want that. Come at it from a positive place. We have these beautiful unicorns in the background here representing freedom and power. And she is carrying this cornucopia of abundance of all of this fruit and harvest. You just trust, Aries, that this shift that we're all in October is absolutely in your highest good and taking you to something with more flavour, more colour, more enrichment and more money. And that is just beautiful. All right, Aries, that is what I have for you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for being here, for spending this time with me. If it did help, give it a like, a share, all that lovely good stuff. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. All right, and I'll see you then. Have an amazing day, week and month. Take care. Bye-bye.